with the Secret Service. So y'all know the Secret Service, they handle a lot of counterfeiting. So the Secret Service, no, is the people that protect the president. They also work for the Mint and investigate people doing counterfeiting, and that's printing fake money. And we were talking to a Secret Service agent, and the lady, a really smart business person, said that she got scammed for $80,000 from one of those emails. One of those spam emails where they said that they were a South American prince that had a whole bunch of money set aside, and that they would give you a certain percentage of it.
Is that come to America?
Huh?
That's coming to America.
What?
I love coming to America. I love it. We already know you like
Yes.
So the scam was about paying $80,000 to get money.
I love
Why
coming
would
to
you
America.
pay money to get money?
So it was going to be put the $80,000 up towards, so they could release their funds of like $10 million, and they were going to give them like $1 million out of that. So they thought that they were going to be able to use their $80,000 to get $1 million. Yes.
Why do you have a clock?
Because I want to know what time it is.
So why can't you just leave it up there and just look at it?
No, what it's supposed to do is when you want to get a watch from it.
But
It has a
what
watch
happens
on.
when your battery runs out.
It's on.
All right, so, yes.
So, I've been getting like these scam calls that said I have a car loan or something. And I was like,
That happened to me.
that makes no sense. So I just kind of decline them all the time. I honestly think that they just got the wrong person or called
Scam likely.
Scam likely.
I got scam called once. Somebody said, "Oh, your car's here. Come pick it
One
up."
of the good things is you guys are going to be really experienced in getting attempted scams before y'all get some real money. The biggest thing that y'all have to worry about is y'all's age is protecting your identity,
Scams happen.
and because whether y'all realize it or not, when you're born, you get a social security number, and that social security number starts keeping track of what kind of credit you have. So everybody's got if you have a social security number, you got a credit report or credit information about you, either that you don't have any credit, or there could be a possibility that there's a scammer out there that's been using your social security number to run up some credit. So even at y'all's age, y'all still have to worry about getting scammed for real, because
Somebody called me about my car extended warranty.
So, Mr. Clinton.
I don't know why.
So ID is just a
Oh, great.
So ID.
Painting.
So ID is short for identity. So what happens is they're just calling everybody for car insurance or for a car warranty, hoping that one person will click and they'll be able to get some money out of it.
There's also pink diamonds, green diamonds,
Boy, you used to be cute.
they're all red diamonds.
All right. So
No.
the different there's different types of scams. There's financial scams,
fraud.
fraud scams.
I hate
All right.
those.
So who's going to be the first reader of the new year for me?
Word.
Hit it. Huh?
Go, Cameron.
Are crimes of obtaining money by deliberate deception or determination to today's society are normally targeted at college students, newlyweds, senior citizens, and those unfamiliar with the internet. Should be avoided in order to preserve their security.
All right. So we've got there's people out there. So deliberate deception. Peyton, what's deliberate deception?
So,
two words mean? Deliberate. That means they're doing it on purpose.
Oh, like you deliberately doing something.
And so deception is they're trying to deceive you. They're trying to trick you. So they're trying to do something to trick you. All right. So college students. A lot of times college students will get to college. If their parents have been protecting them, they might not realize to be as street smart as they need to be when they're out on their own. So the scammers are going to attack the people that are vulnerable. So that would be the people that are newly married. They're going to be. They're. Roman. Y'all be quiet.
Everybody. Exactly.
Sharon. All right. So newlyweds, senior citizens, so grandparents, people that might not be as familiar with the internet, or if you call your, I don't know how easy it is with your grandparents, but if you call them and say, people will say, hey, I'm locked up, I need some money, can you wire some money for me? They'll say, oh no, somebody's locked up, Mr. Spencer's locked up, we need to go get him some money, he went out on Christmas vacation, got thrown in jail.
That's not what my grandma gonna do. She'd be like, I don't know who you are. You don't start my granddaughter. You better get off my phone. I said that's gonna be my grandma. If you call my grandma, she'll be like,
They can get you on the internet.
I need to get on my phone.
They can get you in person. They can get you by mail. There's all kinds of different ways to scam. Yes.
So my granny has sometimes had these problems with like scam likely. Like they'll always call her like even at the most ridiculous times. And I guess it's just probably because like when it's more easy to scam people when they're like at old age. Because they're more vulnerable to it.
That's right.
That was obvious.
Really?
That is partially wrong because some adults are very smart. My grandma, she got scam called once and she accidentally answered it, and the guy goes, hey, do you want the for your car? And she goes, no.
Hey,
Did you say?
And then my, huh?
Did you say?
No. And then my grandpa answers all the scam calls and says yes. And he almost walked out the house because of one of the scams.
Here's the thing. A big percentage of like old people really
No, they're not because they have. What's the word? Experience.
I said, yeah, I want to work on my 1980 Toyota Camry.
What do you got, Eric?
So the reason why they don't, why it's easier to trick old people with this, because they're not familiar with new technology.
That's a good
That's not.
good point.
But everybody knew that.
But everybody's different. So the best thing you do if you get a scammer likely call, don't answer it, because once you answer, they know this is a live person. They might not be able to get you, but they'll start sharing your phone number around, and you'll start getting more calls, and eventually they might get you somehow.
What you mean, get you?
Like get you some,
have you
they might get you
shared my
some
phone number with a celebrity that I hate?
No, they're gonna share it with other scam likely calls.
That's for the police. I've got my stuff locked down now. All right. So for the different kinds of financial schemes, Duran, what are we talking about when we're talking about financial schemes? What are we talking about when we're talking about financial schemes? Like right on the board. What are we talking about?
Did you just say Illuminati?
The Illuminati is a different type of thing.
That's a different type of pyramid.
The Illuminati is actually called. Oh my eye.
He one of those scary parts.
All right. So when you're talking about financial schemes, what's financial mean? What are we talking about when we're talking about financial?
Money.
We're talking about money. All right. So you're talking about money, so they're trying to scheme you somehow out of your money by a financial scheme, a pyramid scheme, a penny fraud, identity theft, and, the big one is a pyramid scheme.
Illuminati.
That's where they'll trick you into thinking that you're making an investment,
They'd be like, hey,
or
go
that you're
send me
invested in
some money.
something. And they'll use your money to start paying off everybody else, and then eventually they'll run out of new people and throw you. Hey,
watching
you need to go to
Gravity
the bathroom
Falls.
to rearrange whatever's wrong with you. You get some advance for Christmas and don't feel right.
They'd be like, hey, I need some money. You're like, I need some money. I'm kind of frustrated. No, you know what you should do? Get the Illuminati. And if the Illuminati says turns down your offer, like, be like, Illuminati, can I have some money? They say no. Go get the Ouija board, be like, go, can you give me some
Hey, have
money?
you seen Inside
Joanna,
Job
go
on
ahead and read
Netflix
this
about
for
that
us.
the show about conspiracy?
Everybody quiet while we're reading.
Who read?
Joanna. All right, then y'all need to be quiet.
She don't wanna read.
Carrie, read this one for me.
Do not hear me.
I'm not. I've never been that kind.
Depends on the exponential. All right, so have y'all ever heard of a gifting club?
Yes.
They have those on Facebook a lot where
I have Facebook.
they'll get like a big group of
I got
people,
Facebook.
and each week they'll
Yes, you
give,
love Facebook?
No, I said I got it.
Why do you have Facebook?
or they'll
So I
like
could log
donate
into
$10
Instagram.
and they share it around.
It's for people older than 60.
I know.
Oh.
I use Facebook to log into Instagram.
Oh my boy.
All right, so the financial schemes, a gifting club. Have y'all ever heard of a Ponzi scheme?
Oh, Ponzi.
Yeah.
Ain't that like where you go pawn stuff? Ponzi
No.
stock?
Pawn shop.
Oh, that's a
You
pawn shop. I did.
you probably heard about it last year when we talked about it.
You probably didn't even play the game. Awesome.
Yeah.
Smack.
So, have y'all heard of Bernie Madoff?
Yeah.
He's a very famous schemer, scammer.
I said Tom Dillon.
Bernie Madoff.
He played
He got hundreds of millions of dollars. So and so with the assignment that we're gonna have, so we are gonna have an assignment today, and it's gonna be a major grade. But it's not gonna be due until next week. Y'all are gonna have a week to get this put together.
Wait, are you looking